Welcome back here, friends. Today is a beautiful sunny day. It is pretty windy, but it is better than the rain we've been having, so that's lovely. And today's video is just a little day in the life. There's actually quite a bit I want to talk about. There's a lot to catch up on. I mean, like, life is being crazy as it is having a newborn and a toddler. But yeah, so it is currently like 1 p.m. Thomas has just gone down for his nap. So he is probably awake and listening to me right now, but that's all right. And so you've seen a little bit of what we got up to this morning. We had a big morning out. First things first at home, I was doing some laundry this morning and I was doing my reusable diapers. That is my first big announcement, is that, not like an announcement, but I guess like a life change. I am now that mom. We are using reusable nappies. You know, I really never thought I'd be that mom. I really didn't. But then like a few things happened, which then now I have all these nappies. So first thing that happened was I was doing a grocery shop and I got nappies for Thomas and for Caleb, and it was $80 for the nappies alone, which would last maybe like a month max. So that was the first thing. I was like, whew, that's a lot of money. Groceries are very expensive. Second thing is that then I had a friend who sent me a link to a store here in New Zealand that makes nappies, makes reusable nappies, and she said they're having a big sale at the moment, and I said, oh cool. I don't actually use them, but that's cool. Thank you for sending that to me. I might check it out because I've been thinking about it. And then she said, oh, well, now my kids aren't using my nappies anymore. Would you like me to send them to you and you can try them? I was like, great. Then I can try them on, and if I don't like it, I don't have to spend any money. So she sent them to me, which is all these. These are all hers that she bought. And I loved it. And so I paid her for them, and she gave me such a bargain. I paid like probably a quarter of what they're worth. And I have a bunch of nappies. So now that's what I do. But I started with Caleb because it's easier, and he's doing great in them. I'm getting the swing of things. Like the whole like wash routine was very intimidating, but now I've like found a bit of a groove with it, so that's really good. So another thing you should probably notice in the background of when I power clean my house real quick is that there is no TV. No TV. The TV is gone. We are doing a bit of a screen cleanse. Well, TV specifically. Sometimes I'll like show Thomas a video on my phone of himself because he likes to see videos of himself. But a TV cleanse in our home, because while we were all sick, which was pretty much been the last 2 months, we relied on the TV a lot just for like so that I could get a rest, Brooke could rest, Thomas felt terrible, he didn't want to be playing or doing activities, you know. So we relied on the TV a lot, which was, you know, it served a really good purpose in that season of everyone feeling miserable. But now I'm feeling better, Thomas is feeling better, the weather is getting better, like it's colder but it's sunnier, and so we can kind of layer up and have a good time outside. Whereas before everything was like slushy, muddy grossness, and so we didn't even want to be outside. Things are still muddy, I mean it's still pretty wet, but not as bad. And so we decided to take the TV away, because Thomas would ask for it so much, because it was such a habit for him. Like, it's not his fault, he's used to watching it, you know, like after breakfast and then like while I'm making dinner and like all that kind of thing. Like, it's just normal, he would ask for it and I put on like a show for him. So I decided, no, if we take it away, there's nothing for him to ask for. And it's working really well. I was a little worried because we use like a Chromecast, and so we cast from our computers, like our laptops, to the TV, and so he knows that. And so I thought if the TV was taken away, he would kind of just like ask for the computers because he knows he can watch off the computer, but he hasn't really. He's kind of forgotten about it, and because there's no big screen, like black screen right there, he kind of isn't too worried about it. Like, he still asks for it occasionally. He'll point to like where it was, but you know, I'll just be like, it's gone, and then he'd be like, okay, and he'll move on. Like, if it was there and I wasn't turning it off for him, it'd be a lot more of a battle. So I don't know how long we're gonna keep the TV away. When I first took it away 2 days ago, I kind of thought a week would be good. Now I'm kind of like liking not having it. Like, I'm kind of like, maybe we'll just keep it away indefinitely. But I don't know how my husband feels about that. He might, you know, we kind of want to watch some movies and stuff. That being said, we pretty rarely will actually watch movies and things on the TV. Our lounge, first of all, our lounge is pretty small. TV's in the corner, couch is against the wall, and so it's not actually like an ideal TV watching layout anyway. It's kind of just there, and then on the off chance, like every now and then, probably since Caleb was born, Brooke and I have watched 2 movies on the screen, and that requires like moving our couches around our lounge, which is a bit of effort. So, don't know, might just stay away indefinitely. You might just use our laptops. We shall see. But yeah, so that is kind of 2 big things going on in our life at the moment. And so this morning we were out and about in the town. We were very busy. I had many little errands to do. Like I had to pop into the pharmacy. I had to drop off a tire to get fixed for my husband. I had to pick up chicken food. We had to, well, we didn't have to. We went to Rhyme Time, which is like on a Monday morning at our local library. They do like songs and dances and rhymes and books for the kids. So we do that for half an hour, which is super fun. Thomas loves it, so we did that. And then I went and checked out the thrift stores. Oh, that's right. The third big life event at the moment is that I have moved Caleb halfway into Thomas's room. So halfway sounds funny. Caleb will sleep in the nursery, which is Thomas's, used to be Thomas's room now. It's kind of the nursery because it's Caleb's room as well. The kids' room, Caleb will sleep in there at nighttime. And it's been working really well. So first things first is we have a bassinet in my room, which Caleb sleeps in during the day. And he is almost too big for the bassinet. Like he's a long baby. He's in size like 6-month clothing, even though he's 9 weeks old. So he's outgrowing that bassinet. And the second issue is that we cannot physically fit a porta cot in our bedroom. Like it doesn't fit. Our closet is not big enough. Like our closet is pretty small. And then we have a king size bed in a small bedroom. And so it's like, there's probably like, I don't know, half a meter to a meter, somewhere in there of like space around our bed and between our dressers that we can actually walk. And so like I could just barely squeeze a bassinet next to our bed. There's no way we're gonna fit a porta cot or anything in there. So I was like, okay, first I was like, okay, we'll just move a porta cot, like we'll just put it in the lounge or something, and I can just put him in there, and you know, we'll just like bring it out at nighttime and he can sleep in it. And then I was like, you know what, why not, let's put him in the same room, because our bedrooms are right next to each other, and so I can hear him snuffling from my bed when he's in his bed in his room. So it's not like Thomas was that far removed from him anyway. Like Thomas has heard him crying his whole life. Like it's very easy to hear the rooms. And so I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just put them together. And so we put the crib in. So now Thomas is on one side of the room with his crib, and his crib has the side of it removed. And so he has kind of like a toddler bed. He's in his same crib, but with one side removed. So he's on his way to the toddler bed. And then we have Caleb's crib on the other side, and I bought a sound machine / humidifier / nightlight, which has worked so well. So first of all, it's a sound machine, which is great so that Thomas has not woken up. So I've had Caleb in there for about a week, and whenever I've gone in, Thomas has not woken up because the sound machine is doing a great job, as well as just like Thomas is getting used to the sounds that Caleb makes. But I'm really stoked with how it looks. And so because now I have Thomas on one side and Caleb on the other, I wanted to have a little piece of decor for Caleb's side with quite a similar color scheme, and I thought this is perfect. And so it's going to go up as Caleb's side of the room. Okay. I also found a couple of things. I found a couple jars because I got this jar, which is really cool, and it had like the lid with the straw that can go through it, and then Thomas smashed the jar. But it didn't smash it, he dropped it and it cracked and it no longer held water, so it was useless. But I kept the lid because I was like, this is a great lid, like it has a hole for the straw. And then I realized that it was like a really oddly sized jar lid. Like all my other jars I had were not the correct size for it. And so I when I was at the thrift store today, I got 2 jars which were slightly different sizes, and I found one that fit. And so the other one is going to go in the recycling bin. And now I have a jar with a straw again, so that's great. And then my final, second to last, I bought this. thing. Mostly because we were not going to leave without it, I don't think. Thomas was really attached to it. So it was, you know, $1. I was like, you know what, we'll get it for you, buddy. So he has a little wand with glitter in it. That's fun. And I bought a really cute dress, which I thought would be great. I just need to find out. So it's really pretty. But the only thing, and I thought it'd be great for breastfeeding because it's got this wrap top. The only thing is I need to put a little button because it's a little bit low cut for my liking. So I'll put a little button kind of part way up. And then when I'm breastfeeding, I can just pop that open and, you know, whip it out for Caleb to drink from. I thought that was cool and it's a nice color. And so that was my thrift store haul. So now everyone is asleep. Thomas, I think he's asleep. I haven't heard him since I started this video, so I'm pretty sure he fell asleep. Caleb was asleep as well. So during the day, I put Caleb down for naps in our room and not with Thomas, just because Thomas only has one big nap a day, whereas Caleb obviously has like kind of random length, random time naps like all throughout the day. And so I don't want one of them waking up. I don't want Caleb waking up and waking Thomas up kind of thing. So yeah, so now I am just going to, there's a lot I need to do right now. Caleb's waking up. I need to fold a bunch of laundry, I need to do a quick little power clean of the lounge, and I need to feed my sourdough starter. I think those are my 3 things. And time permitting, I need to do some paperwork. But yeah, so enjoy the rest of this vlog. I don't know if I'll talk again. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner. Possibly leftovers. Yeah, that's my cue to go. Hello, welcome back. Say hi. Oh, I'm shy. Okay. So my little buddy boy, he woke up from his nap. You want some bench? Yeah. He woke up from his nap around, so it's 2:55 now, about 10 minutes ago. And Caleb went down for his nap. So we did a little switcheroo of babies. And now I have my big boy. Are you a big boy? Yeah. I have my big boy. And we are going to make a smoothie. Do you want a smoothie? Yeah. Yeah. So I've been loving this specific smoothie recipe recently. I've been putting in some frozen banana, some frozen berries, probably just blueberries today, but also, you know, strawberries or whatever. Frozen because it's winter and we don't have any fresh berries. Putting in some yogurt. I don't really have any yogurt at the moment, but interestingly enough, I was using buffalo yogurt. We have a couple at our church. And they have, I don't know if they have buffaloes or access to buffalo milk, but she is a fantastic like canner, food preparer. And so she makes like buffalo cheese, buffalo yogurt, all this kind of things. So I've been using some of her buffalo yogurt, but I just finished it, so I need to buy some more. Anyway, in lieu of the yogurt, I'm gonna use some milk and we are gonna add some cottage cheese. Sounds crazy, but it tastes so good. I call them like cheesecake smoothies, and they just taste delish. Are they yummy? Is it yummy smoothie? Yeah. Yeah. It tastes good, and the cottage cheese has really high protein, especially if you get the low-fat cottage cheese. It is a great ratio of like protein to fat. Mama. Yeah. And so yeah, I need to use the rest of that. So we're gonna use that in our smoothie, and I'm gonna put in some dates, some vanilla, and it is just delish. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do now. And then after that, hopefully Thomas will do some independent play while I finish off my laundry. I did not do because I was playing with Caleb, and I think he's doing his first smiles. Like, he's never smiled. And Thomas smiled probably like 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks max. And Caleb is 9 weeks. He'll be 10 weeks in a few days. And he's just like not smiling, but he's also like generally a much less happy baby than Thomas. I think he's got some tummy issues. But we had our neighbor who's a chiropractor. He came over and adjusted Caleb yesterday, and today he is in a really good mood, and he actually did some smiles this morning. So I did not get anything done while Caleb was awake. I was just oohing and awing and cooing over him, and yeah, so now is our time. No, your poor little head. Do you want to lie down with Mama? Papa's at work, darling. Do you want Mama to give you a cuddle? Oh, did you? Oh. Belly button. There's your belly button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's your belly button? It's still there. Here it is. Diggy, 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 diggy. Uh-oh. Hi, Caleb. Do you want to sit up, my darling? Are you going to come up here with us, Thomas? Yeah. Do you like having baby brother on your bed? Hi. Did you not wake up and go move, my darling? Yeah. Do you want to bounce? Hey. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I'll put him down in a minute. He just wants to bounce for a second. Is that okay? Are you going to bounce too? Bounce, bounce, bounce. Say hi, baby brother. Oh, you're a sweet tom-tom. You're a sweetie. Careful spinning. Good boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It is the evening. I think it's like 10:30. It's 10:30. It is bedtime. I did some of my paperwork tonight and I cleaned the kitchen after dinner. Oh my gosh, just so many bugs. So after we had dinner tonight, which was just leftovers, so that was super easy. All I did, we had some meatloaf and some roast chicken left in the fridge, so I just made a bunch of potatoes to go with that, and it was super yummy. And then after dinner, we just played with the kiddos. I got both the kiddos down by like 8:30, and they've been down ever since. Caleb has been such a great sleeper recently. There's a bug on the screen. Caleb has been such a great sleeper recently. Last night he slept from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. and that was just crazy. That is the longest he's ever slept. So here's hoping he'll do that again. But yeah, got both the kiddos down, and then now I have just fed my sourdough starter, cleaned up my kitchen, and put on some chicken broth because we finished our roast chicken. So I put the bones in my crock pot for the night, and let's get a little close up here. So I normally have a lot of chicken scraps on, I have a lot of kitchen scraps on hand, like onion peels, carrot ends, vegetable scraps, all that kind of thing. But I fed those to our chickens, and so I just cut up an onion and a carrot and put that in with our bones. I'm going to let that simmer on low until sometime tomorrow. I usually aim for like 12 to 24 hours, although sometimes I'll go even longer. I'll do 48 hours for my chicken broth just to get all that good stuff in there. So that is on. The kitchen is clean, dishwasher is going, and I'm going to bed. Good night. Thank you for following along today, and we'll see you in the next video.